In Southern California, you can already see massive crowds of migrants gathering there. In El Paso, large groups are also camping out on the city's streets. Their numbers only expected to grow with just 2 days until the end of the COVID-era border restriction known as Title 42. I want to go to the other side of the border, and NBC News correspondent Guad Venegas joining us live in Tijuana, Mexico. Guad, what are you hearing from the migrants there as we get closer to the lifting of Title 42?
Ana, well, here in Tijuana, they've been dealing with migrants coming to the city for years now. So the infrastructure that is in Tijuana has worked much better than other parts of the border. We do have a number of shelters that say they are close to capacity at the moment. And we've seen the images of some of the migrants that have been arriving, essentially crossing into the United States and camping out between those two border walls. Those are migrants that want to request asylum, not the ones that are going through what the Department of Homeland Security says is the legal process. Right through this app that was created that Mayorkas keeps talking about, DHS Secretary Mayorkas. Now, right now, I'm at the port of entry in Tijuana, where the migrants that have an appointment to request asylum through the app, essentially the legal way to do it, this is where they come. We have some of them sitting behind me. This group is from Cuba. Now, migrants have been saying that the app created by the government, the U.S. government, for them to request asylum doesn't work properly. And we were just having a conversation right now. This is Joan. His appointment to request asylum here at the port of entry is at 11 a.m. But here's the problem. Cuando usabas el app, ¿cuántos días duraste utilizándolo, Joan? 22 días. 22 days he was trying to use the app and it wouldn't work. ¿Cuál era el problema? So the problem was when he scanned his photo on the app, it would freeze. Y ahí quedaba. So at some point during that application, and this is what I've heard from most of the migrants that talk about the app, when they have to scan their photo, it freezes, and essentially they would have to wait till the next day to do the process again and again and again. So why am I bringing this up? Because a lot of the migrants were frustrated going through this process, and then what they end up doing is crossing the border illegally to request asylum by turning themselves in to Border Patrol. But I'm going to show you what the process is like here. This is where the migrants will get in line. Now, earlier, we had about 100 migrants that had appointments. They come, they line up, and in the front of this line, a Mexican immigration official will receive them, will check that paperwork, will check the appointment that they've made through the app. And this is the port of entry that's being used here in San Diego to receive the migrants. You can see some individuals walking. These are just pedestrians that are using that port of entry. But the migrants will then be turned over to U.S. border officials here. And that's how they begin that legal process that DHS Secretary Mayorkas has been referred to. He's asking migrants to go through that process. The issue, they tell me, is that the application, again, has had issues. Now, we were told that there's been an update done to that application. So we plan to speak to some of the migrants that are trying to use that app now. But what we've heard so far, it has been quite difficult. Now, things, Ana, here, very different from what we saw yesterday and that is still happening today, about a mile in that direction, where many migrants are going over the border wall and camping out in that area, ready to turn themselves in to Border Patrol.
Just real quick, though, Guad, I'm glad you're there because it's important for us to see the reality on the ground. We've been told that there are thousands of migrants just waiting to get in, and yet you showed us where they're supposed to line up, and there isn't hardly anybody there. Explain that disparity in what our understanding is versus what you're seeing.
So when you talk about the thousands, right now what we've seen in Juarez, Mexico, and in Matamoros, there were thousands of migrants camped out waiting to enter the United States, many of them illegally. Now here we have hundreds of migrants in a camp also entering the country illegally to then request asylum. The migrants that come here have appointments that they've made through that application. Some of them are in hotels, some of them are in shelters. Now Tijuana is by far the city at the U.S.-Mexico border on the Mexican side that has prepared the best over the years because there's numerous shelters. Thousands are in shelters. The last number I saw were about 16,000 migrants currently here attempting to go to the U.S. But again, this is a city that has been receiving migrants for many years now, so there is an infrastructure in place for them to stay. There's several shelters around here. This is just the final line where they're going to come in and do the processing. Now, what's interesting when it comes to the numbers, Ana, is that it's a very small group of migrants that are able to do the legal legal process that has been established. There's no line, right? You think of like people could come in and do the process right now. Most of the migrants are not doing it this way. Most of them are at the areas where they cross illegally and then turn themselves into Border Patrol.
Well, clearly there's a disconnect somewhere in this process. Guad Venegas, thank you very much.